All right, guys, I was pissed off earlier because what happened was I had a lazy day in Malaysia. I stayed up late, woke up late, and then I was like, I got to get these errands done. So I did some things on my computer related to like booking, my next destination, my next lodgings. These are things people don't consider when you're constantly traveling. It's a lot of extra logistics work. Anyhow, so someone I met at a hostel in Japan reached out to me, noticed I was in Malaysia, said, okay, let's meet. I know the best restaurant. Great. She doesn't respond with where or when until like a few hours before the general time. We just decided, okay, it'll be dinner today. I'm gonna talk louder because there's a lot of noise right now. So I decide, like about 2.5 hours in advance, I'm gonna take the train all the way there. It's about like a 30-minute drive. And this thing, I took the train, I get there, and I figured, okay, once I get there, there's gonna be plenty of stuff to do around the area that I can explore while I wait. I get pissed off because there's nothing to do. There's literally nothing in this area. You ask around, I asked the restaurant owner of the restaurant we're supposed to meet, anything to do? Nothing. So I'm upset, I'm just wasting time here. So far I've just been in that shopping mall because it has air conditioning, it's hot outside. The mall itself is nothing spectacular. There's some really incredible malls, but they're not in this area. So I get upset. I'm messaging her, why did you take me all the way out here? There's nothing to do. She's like, oh no, this is the best food spot. Sorry, I'm gonna try and get there. I asked her, can we move up the meeting so that I don't have to wait as long, because I feel I'm just wasting time. And so she basically says, I'm gonna go this way, screw it. It's actually very hard to cross this street. I was at that mall there. I was gonna go back because this waiting at the restaurant is not so good either. There's no Wi-Fi there. The AC inside isn't that great. So then I'm just wasting time here. There's nothing much to explore. This is just like one of those random areas of a city where there's nothing but restaurants and nothing really noteworthy to visit. So I'm just wasting time going to this mediocre shopping mall. There's incredible shopping malls. That's not to say there's not some great shopping malls in Malaysia. That's not a drag or insult to Malaysia. There's some great shopping malls, but that's just not anything remarkable compared to the other shopping malls. So I'm like, okay, what do? I tell them, okay, I'm going to go somewhere else, and a Grab is kind of like an Uber here. Then I check the Grab prices to get anywhere decent that's like interesting. The prices are pretty hiked. Malaysia is pretty affordable, but I guess not when it's rush hour traffic. So I'm like, okay, it's not even gonna be worth it. I'm gonna spend that much, like I don't know if it was 10 USD, but like a decent chunk just to go to this park for like 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, because it's gonna take like 20 minutes drive to there. And then I'm gonna walk around for 20 minutes before I have to call another one to come back. Just seems like such a waste. So I was very frustrated, and I caught myself, and I was just like, dude, you're in a place with tons of spirituality and religion and all this stuff. Hinduism, Islam, Christianity. This is a very diverse city. So through that, I was just like, just chill out, dude. Your time is not that precious. You don't have to become a drama queen just because a couple hours were wasted. And sure, I did feel like I wasted the whole day. I wasn't able to explore much, but I made the choice to do that. I made the choice to sleep in and just like take it easy today in Malaysia. So I didn't really even leave where I was staying until like 3 p.m. So it's totally fine. You got some work done. You wanted it to be a slow day. And there's still stuff to see. You make lemons out of lemonade best you can. Look at these sculptures, pretty cool. And sure, it's not exactly as great as if I were like exploring the city center, eating the good food there, the good restaurants, the food stalls, because those places are packed with different things to do and see, museums and stuff like that. But just given what happened, I'm just gonna make the most of it and just see what's around here. We're probably gonna see more, I guess, locals and stuff like that. So like even up ahead we have a little food market here. So we're gonna go ahead and just make the most of it. And that's one of the small instances. Check out this market. One of the small instances where you have to learn through travel that there's going to be surprises and you have to roll with the punches. And this isn't even a big thing. It's like I'm not injured or hurt or anything, so no need to be too upset. And worst comes to worst, I can't find something exciting to do. I'm just gonna do a bunch of work on my phone, at least as much as I can, because my cell service kind of sucks. I'll just, in terms of work, that includes all the social media content I put out. I mean, I probably capture like, on average, like 20 to 40 video clips a day. And so what you see is just a fraction of what I post. So it's a lot of curating, deleting, organizing that happens every day. So I could do that. And you're just walking around, you're seeing what we got. There's this like Space Needle type thing there. And a few random places. So yeah, I mean that's how it is. When you're traveling, you really do have to roll with the punches, and this one really isn't even that big of a punch to roll with. If anything, it's a lesson, and I think the lesson here is basically, well, first off, I probably should have waited until later to get here. The reason I didn't was I was like, you know, juggling a bunch of stuff, finishing some work stuff, getting out, you know, doing my laundry, because I have a laundry machine thing there in the room, juggling these random things. I get out, I'm like, okay, I assume, like in many other cities, if I go to this restaurant, there's going to be a lot of other things to do nearby. And since I was doing all this other stuff, juggling it all, you know, content creation, work stuff, I just didn't have time to consider, okay, maybe there's not much going on nearby. So that's a lesson I need to learn, to check. And I can't be too hard on myself, because this is not one of those vacations where I spend months preparing for. This is a trip you take impromptu. I didn't even know I was going to go to Malaysia like 2 weeks ago. And so when you're kind of doing this indefinite travel for months and months on end, where you're hopping between countries, it's different from a planned trip like a 2-week vacation where you have months to prepare for it. And so some things just don't work out. Heck, even if some people do go on vacations and have months to prepare and they still don't, because they're men or they're young or they're more casual about it. Okay, check out that view. And then there's a little thing right there. And then there's the Space Needle up there. So yeah, we'll just keep it pushing and we'll see what happens.